Hi, my name is Jeremy. I'm sitting here in the Guildhall Museum, which at the moment is closed to visitors. So we're making these videos to reach out to you to tell you about some of the wonderful things we have here in the Guildhall Museum until the time when you can come and see us again. Now this video is a little bit different. I'm going to try to keep to my big rules, which are I've got to be under 10 minutes, and it's supposed to be about 3 or 4 objects from the Guildhall Museum collection. But the reason this video is special is because of a special day. The 8th of May 2020 is the 75th anniversary of the end of World War II. So this video is going to be all about World War II. Now you can be pretty sure if everyone is celebrating the end of something, then that thing must have been pretty bad. On the 8th of May 1945, Britain was finishing 6 years of fear, danger and war. So in this video, we have to talk a bit about that scary stuff. What happened to people here during World War II. Now the thing about Britain, for Britain, once we get to the 20th century, war has changed. See, Britain is really, really lucky. Britain is lucky in its shape and its position in the world, because Britain is an island. Now that means if you look all the way through history, generally speaking, more or less, war was something that happened in other places. When war came to Britain, it was either invasion, and because Britain is a really difficult place to invade, that didn't happen very often, or it was British people fighting British people inside Britain. And again, that didn't happen very often. Once we get to the 20th century, it's different, and it's different because of technology. In World War II, you couldn't sit in your home and think, do you know what, I don't really fancy this war. I don't think I'm going to take part. You had no choice, because you could be sitting at home, and in your home, you could be attacked by the enemy. And the reason why, of course, is aeroplanes. Now, the British government, before the Second World War, when they knew the war was coming, they were aware that they had to do something to keep people safe. Problem was, they didn't know what was going to happen. They knew it would be different to every other war there had ever been, but they didn't know what was going to happen. So they had to guess. And what they did is they gave people a list of instructions. And this is a list of instructions that were printed and used in Gillingham just before World War II. 15 golden rules, things to do now, things to do when the emergency happens, and things to do when you hear an air raid warning. Now I'm showing you this because I'm particularly interested in here number 3, what you do now. It says, be fitted for your gas mask. You see, one of the things that the British government thought was going to happen, they thought that there would be lots and lots of bombs dropped on Britain that didn't go bang, but that let out poison gas, which people in their homes in Britain would breathe in and it would kill them. So they gave everybody a gas mask and told them to carry it wherever they went. So if you went to school during World War II, you would take your gas mask with you and you would keep it with you all the time. And schools used to practice what they would do if there was a gas attack. Just like today, you might practice what might happen if there was a fire in your school. So you might be doing your work, and a teacher would run up and down the corridor outside with one of these, doing this. Then you'd have to stop what you're doing, pick up your gas mask, put it on, and wait for instructions. So this is a real World War II gas rattle. the sound that means gas attack. The thing was, the government guessed wrong. There were no gas attacks on Britain during World War II. All those gas masks that they made, all that practice, made no difference at all, unless it just helped people to feel safe. In fact, the real danger came not from gas, but from these. This is a real World War II German bomb. It's safe. Even more amazing, this is the actual German bomb that fell on the chemist's shop across the road from the Guildhall Museum in World War II. And it didn't go off. So once it was safe, the people kept it and gave it to the Guildhall Museum. Now the thing is, this isn't a bomb that goes bang, even when it works. This is a bomb that's supposed to start a fire. It's an incendiary bomb. Now, you look at the size of this, it's not very big. Can you imagine how many of these you could get on one medium-sized aeroplane? And then imagine how many aeroplanes you get flying over your town in an air raid. That's lots of aeroplanes, which means lots and lots of bombs, each one capable of starting a fire. Do you think the fire brigade are going to be busy? The British government realised the fire brigade would be busy. They'd be too busy. So, if one of these fell on your home, it wasn't a matter for the fire brigade, because the fire brigade were already much too busy doing other stuff, saving factories. If you wanted to save your home, you had to put it out yourself. But luckily, the government gave you some instructions. You got a book, Incendiary Bombs and Fire Precautions. This would tell you how to keep your home and your family safe. First of all, of course, you've got to know what you're looking for. So you get a picture of the bomb. If you find one of these in your home, you're in trouble. The secret here is getting to the bomb quickly. If you can do that before it's burning high and hot, you can put it out. Just to make sure you're paying attention, there are some scary photos in here of what your home would look like if you didn't get to it quickly. Now, this is not really somebody's home. This is pretend. This is a demonstration. But the bottom picture here is what a home would look like 45 seconds after the bomb had landed. So this is worth paying attention to. Once the bomb has fallen and once it started burning, what you need to do is assemble your firefighting equipment. I think somewhere they've got a picture of it. Yes, they have. Look, this is what you need. Yeah, that's a bucket and a hoe and a scoop. That's what you've got to fight the firebomb. It's amazing, isn't it? All around the country, hundreds, thousands of men and women were saving their homes and saving each other, fighting bombs with shovels and spades and buckets. That's what it was like. Some of them even volunteered to go to exactly the places where the bombs were heading. They volunteered as fire guards. And they would watch for the bombs to get to where they landed as quickly as possible so they could put them out and save the factory or the important building or the school where the bomb had landed. Ordinary men and women, ordinary heroes and heroines fighting to save themselves and their families and their country during World War II, 75 and more years ago. Now that's just about 10 minutes, but I haven't finished. So if you can join me again for part 2, I will show you some more things that will tell us a little bit more about ordinary life, day to day, during World War II. I'll see you soon.